All right, welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for the second part and the final question that we have for Mr. Williamson. All right, third and final question for today. Joe, what's the importance of lengthening the anterior and posterior bodies?
Well, just for layman purposes, anterior means the frontal portion of the body, and posterior is the back. So, in a word, the importance for lengthening the anterior and posterior muscles is balance. That's the word. That's what we always want to come back to. The body naturally wants to maintain balance. Okay, in massage terms, we call that the homeostatic process. In other words, your body always wants to come back into balance. If you're standing up and you're walking along, you stumble, you're automatically, your body's trying to correct. By stumbling, it's straightening up. It's trying to come back into balance. So when we talk about anterior and posterior muscles, we're talking about balance. We want these muscles to be elongated. Think about yourself, your anatomy, the human anatomy, as being akin to a plant. A plant, when it comes out of the ground, it grows up and outward. It reaches up. It's reaching for the energy source. Okay? That's its balance. That's our balance. And when we stand up straight and erect, what we call in medical terms the anatomical posture is this. The hands outspread, the arms natural width, legs, feet facing forward, natural width, balance. Body is aligned. We're talking about alignment. So that is the importance of anterior and posterior muscles being elongated. Again, the elongation is for the optimal energy exertion and blood flow, and more importantly, balance. The muscles are the framework of the body. The skeletal system is the framework of the body. The muscles are the movers of that framework. So there's a synergistic relationship between the skeletal and the muscles. You need the skeletal for support and structure. You need the muscles for movement and balance. So that's the beauty of the human anatomy. It's always going to be trying to achieve balance.
Fantastic, beautiful, well said, well said, well said. One more question, or your perspective. Can you talk to us a little bit about general overall awareness within the body one more time, and then about the importance of the breath work?
Yes, we had a term in massage school when I was coming up through massage, learning the practice of massage therapy, and it's called knowing where you are in space. It's being consciously aware of where you are. If you've noticed throughout this interview, you've seen me, I've been sitting back straight. My wonderful host here, he's a personal trainer by trade, so he's always aware of where his body is in space. And so when we're aware of where we are in space, and that space could be walking, it could be sitting, it could be jogging, running, wherever it is, you always want to be thinking about alignment. You know, where are you? You see people, there are people that you see them humped over like this. We call that doe wagger's hump. It doesn't have to be from some defect in the bones. It's just from over years of grounding and not thinking about our posture. We're sitting and we're rounding our shoulders because we think that's comfortable. Okay, instead of sitting up straight with the back and spine. Again, the main line of that spine has got to be straight. Okay, so we're slowly rounding over as human beings. Okay, if you believe in the gravitational pull of the earth, that's pulling us down. So we're rounding. We've been helped It's been amplified, that rounding, by us staring at these devices, cell phones. Okay? So we're looking like this. We're crumpling over. We're crumpling inside. Our bodies is crunching down. What is that doing again? It's putting pressure on those visceral organs. The spine is rounding. That's not the proper anatomical position of the body. Again, your body is going to try to achieve balance. And so what people have done when they don't have balance in their body is they compensate. And so instead of bringing themselves back, they get comfortable in that position and they just go along about their way. So the importance of breath work in alignment with that balance is that if you're aligned and your spine is straight, you have room for your diaphragm to fall up and down. Okay, you breathe in, the diaphragm rises, you breathe out. No, I'm sorry, the diaphragm falls, you breathe out, it rises, pushes the air out. So, deep breathing is a practice that I do. A lot of people, I'm sure, around the world do it that know about it. It's the forceful intake of that oxygen, holding it, expanding the lung capacity, and then exhale. Now, a lot of people have trouble breathing because the diaphragm is not moving freely. Some of that could be because you're crunched over. If you're one of those people who has that posture. So, again, the body wants balance.